Now, how can we find inner peace and happiness in this lifetime?
There are several different ways to answer that. The first and the simplest way is to allow, to allow. What that means is that instead of fighting for things, instead of trying to figure it out, instead of trying to overcome your issues and trying to make yourself perfect, you simply allow your divinity into your life. Now, it seems almost counterproductive for most people. They feel they have to constantly work on themselves, to refine themselves, to make themselves a better human. But becoming a perfect human is absolutely impossible for a reason. It was never designed that you could perfect your human self, because then you would get stuck here on the planet. The planet is designed as a place for experience, for ultimately coming to the answer to the question, who am I? So finding inner peace is about allowing an acceptance of yourself. Means I am that I am. This is something I've been saying for centuries and centuries. Feel into it. I am. I exist. That in itself is peace and grace. Happiness, it's rather elusive, and it depends on how you define happiness. Humans always talk about happiness, but really don't know what that is. They don't really know what they're pursuing. So happiness is almost like the carrot in front of the horse. You talk about it, you think about it, but very, very few people are ever actually happy. Now, you can be very peaceful, at ease, and in grace with yourself. And when you are actually, happiness is irrelevant. It's a human condition that's not really so important. It's that inner peace that where you find yourself, the realization, I am that I am, that's important. When you get to that point of realization, many other things go out the window as well. The whole concept of abundance, the whole concept of healing, they're no longer relevant. It just is. It's always there. You're no longer working at it or efforting it. It all comes to you. And again, I can feel some people shaking their heads, and even Calder is saying, "Yeah, but it's hard at times." And I realize that, but when you allow your divinity, your true self, your soul, to join you as the human here in this reality, everything comes to you, everything else. And all of these things that you've been working towards, struggling with, fighting the inner demons in the mind, the outer demons of the world around you, of things like jobs and health, they suddenly just go away. And there comes really the tricky time. When you come to this point of realization, which is actually a very natural process, you can't really work on your realization, you allow it. It's not even the human that desires the realization, it's the soul. The human is here to experience and ultimately to experience realization, but it's really the soul's desire for realization. Once you get to that point, the difficult thing, the challenge is, why stay on the planet? You've come to realization, you've concluded 1,000 or more lifetimes, why stay? You realize how harsh this planet is at times, and how beautiful, but you realize how the physical body, it has its aches and pains, it has its habit of getting older. You suddenly think to yourself, why should I stay? I've completed my journey here. I am that I am. Then there's that moment or moments of wondering, should I leave? Should I stay or leave? And part of my job with each and every one of you is to say, dear ones, please stay. Please stay. And it's fine if you decide to come over into the other realms. We'll have a great grand party. But right now, the planet needs people, humans with light, with consciousness. The planet is at a beautiful, not a scary, but a beautiful tipping point where you have this technology like you've never had before. It's quantum technology, and it's just really now birthing on the planet. I mean, you've had your computers, you have some degree of technology, but right now it's bursting at the seams. the advent of artificial intelligence, of robotics, of nanotechnology is going to change the very face of this planet in the next 30 years. By about 2050, there will be this thing called singularity, where it goes off the charts. You couldn't even predict, not even the best psychic, not even me, an ascended master, can predict, because it simply goes off the charts. But to counterbalance that right now, there's a need for consciousness, for light on the planet. To do that doesn't mean you have to go out and evangelize. You don't have to give great speeches or anything like that. It's actually as simple as sitting on a park bench, a metaphor for just sitting and letting your light radiate to the planet without trying to change anything. Because the moment you try to change others, try to change the planet, it will try to change you. But if you are just shining your light out onto the planet, that enables other humans who have not yet come into awakening, and it enables them to see potentials that they might have never seen before. And then it's up to them what they want to choose.
To watch the full video, click on the link below, and don't forget to subscribe.